So here is the Chargers situation. They've been busy in free agency, no doubt, picking up a bunch of pieces to fill some holes. But heading into the draft, there's still work to do. Nothing's perfect yet. One spot that's sticking out? They need a legit wide receiver, a guy who can really change the game. Pro Football Focus is saying it straight up. If the Chargers don't grab a stud at that position, it's going to be their biggest slip up. And honestly, you can see why they're sounding the alarm. Miss that chance, and it could haunt them all season. Yeah, Mike Williams is back with the Chargers, which sounds good on paper, right? But last year, man, he wasn't anywhere near the guy we know he can be. Barely scraped by with a 59.7 PFF receiving grade. That's not cutting it. Right now, the Chargers have just one wideout who's above a 6.80 grade, and it's Lad McConkey working inside. Solid player, but that's it for the standouts. If they don't snag a true perimeter threat for Justin Herbert by the end of round two, it's going to leave you scratching your head. They felt that gap hard last season. No real weapon on the outside. And it's tough to watch a quarterback like Herbert not get the help he needs out there. So, let's explore which options for the Chargers must explore by the end of this draft. What's up, Chargers fans? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Chargers. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about breaking down everything you need to know about the Bolts. So, looking at what the Chargers have right now, Lad McConkey really showed up as a rookie. Gave them some solid production, no question. But he's mainly been holding it down in the slot, doing his thing inside. Then there's Quentin Johnston, who actually led the wideouts in touchdowns last year, which is great. But those drop passes? Yeah, that's a problem, and it's holding him back. And Joshua Palmer, well, he's not even in the picture anymore. He's over with the Bills now. Now, the Chargers missed some good opportunities early in free agency. The Chargers missed out on the top four available playmakers: Cooper Kupp, DK Metcalf, T. Higgins, and Devontae Adams, all of whom have already found their homes for 2025, and now there are no such extraordinary wide receivers left, so technically the Chargers must look into the draft. At pick 22, we can hope a few names are still available if the Chargers go aggressively for the wideout, because in this draft, wide receivers class is not so deep. So here are three wide receivers I believe the Chargers must look for. The first one is Tetairoa McMillan from Arizona, who could be the guy for the Chargers. At 6'4", 219 pounds, he's got a huge wingspan. A former basketball and volleyball guy, he owns the air. Nobody's out jumping him. Last year, he hauled in 19 of 31 contested catches, second most in this draft class, and he was number 2 in that stat in 2023 too. In the intermediate game, he's tough slants and man coverage are a nightmare to stop if you don't jam him early. After the catch, he keeps moving, slippery for a big guy. His 4.48 40 shows he's got build-up speed, eating up yards with those long strides, even if he's not quick off the snap. Against zone, he's a natural, open on 94.3% of his targets the last 2 years per PFF. Quarterbacks just know he'll find the soft spot. In man, though, it drops to 53.6%. He gets enough space to use his ball skills, but he's not shaking guys consistently. His route running needs some polish. Sometimes it looks like he's not even trying to lose his defender. Mixing up his pace could help. He's played mostly outside at Arizona, flipping between X and Z roles, but he's got the smarts. Highest AIQ score among receivers this year per Fox Sports. If the Chargers miss Tetairoa McMillan at 22nd pick, they can go with the second best Matthew Golden from Texas. 5'11", 191 pounds. He lit up the combine with a 4.29 40. That's the 8th fastest among receivers since 2013. In college, he showed he can win short, intermediate, or deep, whether he's in the slot or out wide. PFF had him in the 85th percentile for separation over 3 years. In 2024, he jumped to 89th percentile against single coverage. Among the top 5 receivers in this class, only Tetairoa McMillan saw more targets in the middle and deep zones than Golden did last year. He's got a quick release off the line, mixing it up to keep defenders guessing, and he'll fake them out with head bobs or speed changes mid-route. For a smaller guy, he's sneaky good deep. Caught 13 of 22 targets 20-plus yards downfield, including 7 of 10 in contested spots, giving a 124.1 passer rating on those throws. He leaps, twists, and snags the ball like it's nothing. Some knock him for size and strength on the boundary, but it didn't look like a big issue to me. He's not a monster run blocker compared to other top receivers, but he's scrappy. Won't wow you, won't let you down either. His career target share, 17%, is low for a first-round prospect, especially with 2/3 of his time in the G5. Context matters, though. Tank Dell ate up targets his freshman year at Houston, and Sam Brown took over as WR1 in 2023 when Golden got banged up. At Texas in 2024, he started behind Isaiah Bond, and the offense leaned on short stuff with RBs and TEs. Still, Golden finished with 19 more catches and 447 more yards than any teammate. Drops are a hiccup. 6.5% last year was solid, but he's got to keep that trending down. He's no superstar, but a high-end wide receiver too who'll feast on single coverage and fit anywhere. Now, here's the third target, Emeka Egbuka from Ohio State. He's 6'1", 202 pounds, built solid for the slot, where he played 3/4 of his snaps over 4 years. The other quarter? Out on the boundary. Think Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. That's how they used him. Route running and efficiency are his game. Over the last 3 seasons, he's been 95th percentile in separation per PFF, and he's just as good against man or zone. In zone, he's the fastest to read it. One glance post-snap, and he knows where everyone's going. He's already sliding to the open grass before defenders figure it out. Against man, it's all about angles and leverage. Those elite Ohio State boundary guys gave him room to work the middle, and he'll pull a nickel deep and leave him lost. His hands? Rock solid. Only 5.5% drop rate on 205 catches. In traffic, he's locked in, snagging balls like it's nothing. Need a tough catch in tight coverage? He's got you. 25 of 46 contested grabs over his career. Downfield, he's situational but effective. 5 of 11 on contested deep balls the last 2 years. Not a power runner after the catch, and he's not juking guys out of their shoes, but his speed and vision get him solid yards. He didn't test at the combine, but I'm not sweating it. High school 4.4 seconds and a 96.0 athleticism score from Real Analytics say plenty. He's not a flashy athlete, but for a high-volume slot role, he's got everything. The Chargers could use that kind of steady hand for Herbert. So these are my top 3 prospects for the Chargers. Now, I'm not saying if the Chargers don't land any of above, they can't find the right guy. The list is long, and the Chargers also have around 10 picks, but remember, they just don't have to pick anyone. They are in win-now mode, so they must pick the best one. So, what do you think? Which player do you think will be right for the Chargers, and do you think the Chargers should pick wideout at 22nd pick? And how about if the Chargers go aggressively and move up to pick the right guy? Just like the last draft when they selected Lad McConkey. Share your thoughts in the comments section.